Building interactive visuals with Plotly and Pandas. Welcome! Today we will unlock the power of Plotly and Pandas by creating interactive visualizations from real-world data. We will start from loading a dataset, explore it, and build step-by-step up to rich interactive charts you can adapt for your own projects. Let us dive in. Running the cell now. Let us begin by making sure warnings do not clutter our lesson. We import the warnings module so we can control what messages appear. Import numpy as np. We set the random seed to 42 for reproducibility. We turn off warnings below. This helps keep our notebook output clean. This comment explains our intention. Running the cell now. Here, we set a random seed to ensure consistent, reproducible results each time we run the code, and we suppress warnings to keep our output clean and focused. While no visual or textual output appears yet, this setup is essential for building reliable, polished interactive visuals later in the lesson. Try importing warnings and see the effect in your own notebook. Loading a real-world data frame. We will use the classic Gapminder dataset, which tracks global life expectancy, GDP, and population over time. This is great for learning how to plot time trends and compare countries interactively. Running the cell now. Let us load our dataset from Plotly directly. This comment tells us what data is being loaded. We import Plotly Express, which is a handy visual library with built-in datasets. We load the Gapminder dataset. This brings in data about country populations, GDP, and life expectancy for every year. We print the shape, which tells us how many rows and columns we have. This helps us grasp the dataset size. We take a quick look at the first few rows to preview the data fields and sample values. Running the cell now. The output shows the Gapminder dataset has 1,704 rows and 8 columns, indicating a substantial set of country-year observations. The preview highlights key columns like country, year, life expectancy, population, and GDP per capita, which we will use to track trends over time. This confirms the data is correctly loaded and ready for visualization in our time series and comparative analyses. Try this on your own and look at a few more rows with df.head 10. First visual, explore life expectancy trends. Let us make a simple line plot to see how life expectancy has changed for a single country over time. Plotly makes this just a few lines of code. Running the cell now. Let us choose a country to highlight. Japan is often studied for its high life expectancy. Now we filter our data frame to only include Japan. We set which country we want to visualize. Here, we pick Japan. We create a new data frame that only includes data for Japan. We import plotless graph objects, which provide more flexible options for custom interactive charts. This line initializes an empty figure object for our chart. We add a scatterplot trace. Our x-axis is year, y-axis is life expectancy. Markers help us spot individual data points. We enhance the chart by adding a title and axis labels, making the chart easy to read. Finally, we display the chart. You can hover over points to see exact values. This makes the chart interactive and fun to explore. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section. First visual, explore life expectancy trends. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Try changing the country and notice how the plot updates. Can you find a country with the largest increases? Quick data exploration. Let us review what columns we have and find any missing data. This is always useful before plotting new visuals. Running the cell now. Seeing columns helps us pick what to visualize. We print all column names. This reveals what information our dataset tracks. We print a message to explain the next output. We count the missing values in each column. If anything looks high, we might need to handle it before plotting. Running the cell now. The output lists all column names in the dataset, showing that we have demographic and economic variables like life exp, pop, and a GDP per cap. Importantly, the missing values count is 0 for all columns, indicating the data is complete with no gaps, which means we can confidently proceed to visualize these features without needing to handle missing data. This quick check ensures clean input for our upcoming plots. Look for columns with surprising names or any missing data that might affect charts. Aggregating for comparison. Let us look at average life expectancy for several Asian countries on the latest available year. This is a powerful way to compare across many countries together. Running the cell now. Let us pick the most recent year to get up-to-date numbers. Now, we select several Asian countries to compare. We filter our data for just these countries and that year. We find the latest year in the data. This makes our analysis current. We list the Asian countries we want to compare in this example. We filter the data frame to include only the chosen countries and the latest year. This makes our chart focused. We create a bar chart using Plotly Express. Each bar shows a country's average life expectancy for that year. Color makes the differences stand out. Our chart appears. You can hover to see the exact values for each country. This is a simple yet powerful summary. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section, aggregating for comparison. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Try making a similar bar plot for Africa or Europe using their country names. Interactive scatter plot, GDP versus life expectancy. Scatter plots are great for showing relationships. We will make an interactive bubble plot comparing GDP per capita with life expectancy, using bubble size for population. Running the cell now. Let us create an engaging visual that brings several variables together. We start building a scatter plot using just the latest data. The x-axis is GDP per person. The y-axis is life expectancy. Bubble size shows each country's population. Color highlights different continents. This helps us spot patterns like continent clusters. Hovering over a bubble shows us the country name. We use log scale for the x-axis as GDP ranges widely across countries. We also control the largest bubble size for clarity. The plot is titled so viewers know immediately what to look for. This chart makes comparison and discovery much more interactive. Our chart is now live. Try hovering over bubbles and look for the largest and longest living countries. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section, interactive scatter plot, GDP versus life expectancy. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Experiment with more years to observe how countries develop over time. Mini interactive challenge. Switch to your favorite continent. Find the country with the highest GDP per capita in that region for the latest year. Hint: use data frame filtering and .sort_values. Running the cell now. Let us interactively select a continent and discover the wealthiest country within it using code. This comment signals the code is a challenge. We use input so you can enter any continent. The prompt guides you to the acceptable names. We filter our data frame for the chosen continent and latest year, narrowing down our data. We sort the countries in that region by GDP per capita, highest first, and grab the top row. We print a friendly message with that country's name and its GDP per capita, clearly formatted for easy understanding. Running the cell now. This output shows that Norway has the highest GDP per capita in the selected continent for the latest year, confirming the code correctly filtered the dataset by continent and year, then sorted the results. Notice how sorting by GDP per capita in descending order helped us pinpoint the top country efficiently, demonstrating the power of data frame filtering combined with .sort_values, the core skill this challenge aims to build. Try new continents and see what you can discover. If you found this useful, give this video a thumbs up. Make an animated visual. Plotly supports powerful animated visualizations that tell stories over time. Let us make an animated bubble chart showing development across the decades. Running the cell now. Let us step up our visuals and animate how countries grow across the decades. We build a scatter plot like before, but add animation. Each frame is a year, letting us see changes across time. Bubble size and color are just like before, but now we watch population, GDP, and life expectancy move every half-decade. Ranges are set for axes so our bubbles do not go off the chart when data is extreme. A helpful title prepares viewers for the animated story. Anyone can drag the slider or hit play. The chart now animates. Try pressing play, rewinding, or scrubbing across decades to spot global changes. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section: make an animated visual. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Challenge yourself to pick a single country and trace its development track in the animation. Creating a pivot table in Pandas. Sometimes, we want to summarize or reshape data before plotting. Let us build a pivot table to see average life expectancy for each continent and year. Running the cell now. Let us summarize our data by time and region before making comparisons. We use Pandas pivot_table to condense our rows and see a clean grid. Here, each column is a continent and each row is a year. We print a preview. This makes time and regional life expectancy trends very clear at a glance. Running the cell now. This pivot table shows the average life expectancy for each continent across different years, with years as rows and continents as columns. Notice how the values increase over time, reflecting overall improvements in life expectancy. This reshaping makes it easier to compare trends by continent in preparation for plotting. Try building a similar pivot for GDP per capita or population. Time series multi-line chart. We can now plot how continents' life expectancy changes over time on the same chart. This style reveals broad trends and makes comparison simple. Running the cell now. Ready to compare continents on the same timeline? Let us use our new summary. We start a fresh plotly figure so we can add multiple lines, one per continent. We loop through each continent and add a line that shows its life expectancy trend through the years. Each trace is a separate continent line plot. Markers help us line up data points visually. We add a title and axis labels to keep the chart clear for viewers. This makes patterns stand out. The chart is drawn. Now you can see which regions surged ahead or lagged behind as time passed. Running the cell now. This figure reflects the goal of this section: time series multi-line chart. Look for overall shape, trends, and outliers that the last lines of code plotted. Try customizing the colors or removing markers to make visuals your own. Exporting and sharing visuals. Pandas with Plotly can save visuals as images or HTML, perfect for presentations or sharing online. Let us export our last chart as an HTML file. Running the cell now. Saving your work means you can share insights or refer back to results later. We use plotless write_html method to export the current figure. This stores every interactive feature in one file. A success message lets you know where to find the chart. Open the file to see your chart just as it looks in the notebook. Running the cell now. This output confirms that our life expectancy chart has been successfully saved as an HTML file, ready for easy sharing or embedding online. Notice how the file name matches our topic, making it simple to locate and present later. This step highlights the practical use of exporting visuals directly from Pandas and Plotly for sharing insights beyond the notebook. Try opening your saved chart and sharing it with a friend. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials. Debugging common Plotly Pandas issues. If your plot does not look right, check for data types, missing values, and column names. Most chart errors come from small typos or unexpected nulls. Read error messages for clues. Running the cell now. Let us diagnose problems by checking what may break charts. This comment introduces a quick check for column names and data types. Data types must be what the chart expects. We print out column types. For example, numbers should not be hidden as strings. This comment sets up a check for missing values. We count missing values again. If you see lots of them, the plot inputs may be incomplete. Fixing these fixes many problems fast. Running the cell now. This output confirms that all column names are spelled correctly and data types align with expectations, categorical fields as objects and numerical fields as int or float. Importantly, there are no missing values, so null-related plot issues can be ruled out. This quick diagnostic is a key step to ensure your data is ready for accurate plotting without subtle errors. It helps to revisit column names and types whenever you hit a plotting error. Recap and next steps. You now know how to import real-world data, explore, filter, and aggregate data with Pandas. Create static and animated interactive visuals with Plotly. Export and share your insights. Keep practicing by applying these steps to other datasets. Running the cell now. Found this helpful? Ask your questions below and try one new chart idea this week. If you enjoyed this lesson, subscribe for more deep dives into Pandas and data science tools. Running the cell now.